so it begins. Are you ready? And so it begins.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to have you all back again. Today is the 27th of December 2020, and we are starting off with the second lecture. Remember, we are on a 5-day lectures. We treated Inksnation financial systems yesterday, and today we are talking about global human asset tokenization. And today's lecture is not going to take long. We noticed yesterday's lecture took a lot of time, but we thank God a lot of people were patient enough to watch and understand everything. Yesterday's lecture is a summary of everything we are going to be treating for the 5 days. And I appreciate all of you for joining yesterday and also those that are here today. We are on a mission to equip ourselves with valuable information that will give us an edge in the coming months and the coming years. I remain your Universal Daddy Inc. Amos Son on Matade Sparks. Today's topic, once again, is global human asset tokenization. Please, if you can hear me well, if it's too low, let me know. If you can hear me well, then let's ride on. Global human asset tokenization. Now, yesterday we talked about the way Pinkoin works. Blockchain actually gives us an edge, an opportunity for us to rewrite a lot of things, to correct a lot of errors. Some people will tell me, oh, the only known principle is supply and demand. True. Some people would say the only known principle in economics is supply and demand. Yes, we have our own version of supply and demand. And that version of supply and demand has to do with birth rate and death rate. Now, when you look at the news today, you find out that I have it here. Today is Sunday, Punch newspaper, December 27th. It says economic crisis. The Naira is expected to fall further in January, says CBN reports. Now, why am I bringing this up? The system we are born into Some of us forget that that system was result of invention, innovation. Someone woke up and thought it right to follow such procedures and patterns. We also forget that there were principles and financial systems, many financial systems before then. And what does that mean? It means that the fact that a new financial system can overturn an old existing system, it means that there is room for upgrade, modification, and change as time comes. And what are the reasons why one would want to change an existing system? You would desire to change an existing system when that system is actually failing or when it has failed. Practically, the global financial system has failed humanity. When you have the ideology of humanity first, you understand what I mean. That all the financial system we were born into has failed humanity. Everything keeps going bad. For many years now, we've been hoping and wishing for a better life, but things seems to be going bad every single year in, year out. And when you look at even the cryptocurrency industry today, you find out that yes, we might have some wonderful glory movements. You can see Bitcoin going up wonderfully well, but we need a system that, number one, is focused on direct, that desires to give the human race hope, that has the human race at heart, that is centered on humanity first. We need a system that does not get its own value at the expense of the human race. The current system we are into, the fiat currency system, the fractional reserve banking, and the Federal Reserve or central banking system, they are all obsolete. Yes, I repeat, they are obsolete. We need systems that can cope with the needs of men, not for a select few, but for the entire human race, not for the rich alone or not for the elites alone, but for every single human being on earth. And we at Inksnation DAO, we have simplified everything. For example, before I came on set, after yesterday's meeting or after yesterday's lecture, I got some messages from people saying, "Oh, I want you to wear suit. Oh, I want you to dress corporate. Oh, I need you to look this, I need you to look that." And as for me, I am a very simple person. Many even ask me, am I a Muslim? Yes, I'm an Ink. I am a Christian, but I'm an Ink. We represent all colors, all race, all tribes, all denominations in one. But the reason why one will ask, am I a Muslim, is because of my dressing. But what determines my dressing is simplicity, my nature. My simplicity is what determines my dressing. My desire for ease. I don't like wearing things that will take me 2 minutes to even undress. I like wearing things that are simple on me, that if I'm to take it off one off, That's why I love wearing jalamias. Simplicity. And I am not a fan of wearing suit and wearing tie and all that. All those are formalities. It does not mean that one does not prove that one is professional. Now, I'm saying this because I want a system that does not program me into a robot. I like a system that can accommodate even the common man on the street who does not have a suit. After much deliberation, oh, go and get your suit. We have one suit for you, because I don't buy suits. In fact, they bought that suit by force. But after wearing it, I felt uncomfortable and I offed it. And here I am, looking very simple. I don't even like wearing, I like being very free. Because these are inanimate things. Wear gold wristwatch, wear these. I value myself more, my peace, my happiness more. I dress to feel comfortable and simple. And I also dress as a universal father. I dress in order to not to also intimidate people around me. Because I want you to be able to see yourself in me. I want you to be able to feel comfortable with me. That I am a human being like you. We are one. Indivisible. We are one, united. We are one, united global family. So with this, what I'm saying in essence is, we need a world that, yes, we might not be able to achieve equal distribution of wealth, but we can achieve equitable distribution of wealth. We can achieve equitability in almost everything, and that is having fairness in whatever we do. We want a world where the Al-Majiri, who is in maybe in the north, who has not had or who does not have hope of a daily bread. We want to create a world that can accommodate such a person, and that person will have hope of a better tomorrow. We want a world whereby even the child of the rich and the child of the poor would have basic amenities. Because if we do not do this, our world, even the poor and the rich, are at risk of annihilation. More problems are coming into our world. This is what this is trying to tell us, that more problems are coming into our world. We need to stand up, especially the median generations. And when I mean the median generation, I mean those that are born between 1975 and 2005. I will keep saying this. We have lots of job to do together. We don't even need political positions to achieve it. If you get political seats, good for you. But we don't need political seats. We need to come together as one voice, one people, desiring to fight our common enemies, which number 1, 2, 3 is poverty. Poverty is the problem of man, a very big problem for man. We need to work together and end this. And the Inksledger blockchain has made it possible that with ease we can achieve a lot together. I said it last year, 2019, that with the way things are going, the Naira will fall that drastically. Even the dollar is already diminishing and is affecting other currencies. That is why the dollar needs a replacement as the global reserve currency. We need a version of the dollar, which is a global reserve currency. We need that version in blockchain. And that is what we at Inksnation DAO have been able to achieve with Pinkoin. Before we go into that, let's look at the world's population. As at today, we said we use birth rate versus death rate instead of supply and demand as it relates to our own blockchain. Then let me clarify some things. Blockchain, like I said yesterday, is like an advanced type of accounting software that has so many other features attached to it. And the two major things I always say about blockchain is this: anything that can be counted, whatever you can count, you can cryptographically represent it on the blockchain. Whatever, after counting and putting it, whatever you now decide to do with it, because there is no standard for blockchain. If anybody tells you there is a standard for innovation, that your innovation must go like this or be like this, then that is not an innovation anymore. That is programming. The blockchain is a neutral technology. Take it, handle it, build whatever you want to build on it, then bring it out. The major challenge you might have is acceptance. And that is what every business has. Check if they can hear me. That is what every business has or focuses on. Acceptance, no matter what you design, no matter what you invent, a laptop, a phone, or whatever it is, if people do not accept it, even if you build iPhone 12 or 13 or iPhone 100, and people do not patronize it, you are just wasting your time. So that is the same thing. The same thing is applicable with blockchain. Whatever you like, you build on it. It is a neutral technology whereby we need more people to build and develop a lot of things so that we test run it. It is an opportunity for the world to edit, correct, and modify things of the past that have been built manually. Traditional systems, you can either copy and paste and edit, or you build a totally new thing on it. And that is what we have done. We have taken what we understand about reserve currencies as it relates with US dollar as the global reserve currency. Then we took that ideology and cryptographically structured a currency that can do the same thing that the US dollar does as a reserve currency. By reserve currency, we mean when you want to trade with other countries, even within Africa, you want to buy something from Ghana or from Cote d'Ivoire. In most cases, the currency for exchange is US dollar. So instead of you getting the Ghana CD most times they would want you to pay them in dollars, especially when it has to do with huge transactions. That is the ideology of a reserve currency. But on a cryptographic structure, you need an electronic medium whereby Ghana and Nigeria can seamlessly do transactions with lightning speed, and that is what we've been able to achieve. But when you look at today's population, This is from worldometers.info. The population of the world today is 7.834 billion, and with this population, the total number, whether it's 100% accurate or not, is the best we can find out there. The total birth rate is 297,701 as at the time we got this data. Then the number of deaths globally today is 124,982. So when you pair the birth rate and death rate, you find out that the birth rate is more than the death rate. So those that left us, and those that are alive, and those that are born. So in this kind of chart, you build a very wonderful type of money that focuses, or that is a good store of value. For example, one of the issues that the current monetary system has is maintaining its store of value. $100 lasts 10 years cannot buy the same thing $100 today will buy. We need a store of value that can be everlasting, or possibly increasing instead of diminishing. If what $100 can buy last 10 years, you will need like $10,000 or even more to buy that same thing. The same thing with Naira. What 1 million Naira could buy in 10 years ago, you will need like 10 million or 100 million if possible to buy the same thing. So that is to tell you that all the currencies in the world are diminishing. And one of the major problems or reasons is that the value system is indirectly attached to the valuer. The valuer is man himself, humanity. But when you do not honor your valuer, when you do not give value to the valuer, then the value you are getting from the valuer will, in the long run, diminish. It's like your master. You don't respect your master. You don't honor him, and he's your master. By the time you need his help, he might not be there for you because he knows that you do not recognize him. In fact, you're plotting behind his back. So that is the similar scenario we are having in the world globally. So we are like coming in to correct a long or many years of a very big error. Human beings are the ones that give value to everything on earth. Cryptography, blockchain gives us a sense of how to incentivize people. There are indirect ways of incentivizing people, but we are doing it on a direct manner. That come on the blockchain, get your meaning first, that yes, I am a living node on the Inksledger blockchain. I am a living node, and I represent myself with a universal wallet address on that blockchain, on the Inksledger blockchain. And with that, I know I am worth living. With this kind of system, number one, from your tokenization, you will be getting close to $320,000 from your tokenization. And we are building an ecosystem where you do not need to exchange. What you will be exchanging is sending. When I receive my tokenization for today or for this month, like a salary, I can go to the nearest Malam who has also received his own tokenization and buy something, exchange for goods and services. That is one area we need to focus on a lot. Exchanging our coin for goods and services, not for trading, not necessarily for, those should be secondary, tertiary, not for exchanging for another currency. If you have to, your currency has to get life when it's only focused on exchanging for goods and for other currencies, then it is just standing on one leg. Because with time, it's like when you're in Nigeria, the currency in Nigeria is Naira. If you want to go to the Malam or go to the ShopRite or somewhere in the same Nigeria, you don't need to change your Naira to dollar in order to buy something from ShopRite. You still spend Naira. So if, like we know of Bitcoin and so on, the major party or the major features of Bitcoin presently is basically using it, exchanging it for other currencies. And when we capitalize too much on that, we seem to be forming a standard out of it that every single currency has to be exchanged to cash before you know it is alive or it is living. But in this sense, we have created a digital currency called Pinkoin. So sorry if you can't hear anything. Let's try again. Can you hear me better now? Can you all hear me better now? So sorry if we couldn't hear me properly. Okay, so we're talking about Pinkoin. Now, many a times I see people. Let me talk a little about knowledge and understanding. I do not like being a man of knowledge. Rather, I prefer to be a man of understanding. You might ask me why. The reason is this: the man of knowledge focuses on facts. What is proven, what has already been proven, what is written, what is scripted. That is why we have those that can, I remember in secondary school, we have people that can cram the whole textbook. They will tell you where, when you ask them what is chemistry, they will tell you the particular page it is in the textbook, the top right corner. They will explain everything, but those are men of knowledge. Men of understanding will only explain how they understand it. Now, the problem with knowledge is that a man of knowledge will become a professor on what a man of understanding has built or has written. Get my message. A man of knowledge can become or will end up becoming a professor. You wonder why we have so many professors in schools. They know everything, but they are not successful in life. is because they chose knowledge over understanding. Even the scripture says, in all that getting, make sure you get understanding. Because understanding is the most important middleman between knowledge and wisdom. If you want wisdom, you need to marry understanding. Now, let me explain further. A man of knowledge will come today and say, oh, immediately Bitcoin came, you say, no, it is impossible. Nothing like this can happen because it has never been done before. Tell me, whether has it been proven before? Give me the facts. I know history. Tell me where it has been done before. That is the mentality of the man of knowledge. He knows everything that is possible. That has been done before today. But the man of understanding is futuristic. He knows everything is possible, that there is nothing on earth, whether proven or not proven, he sees the possibility in them. Now, the man of understanding, like Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and so many other innovators, they are men of understanding. Faraday law, Boyle's law, and so on. These are human beings. They are not angels or ghosts. They innovated something. They studied and saw that, oh, this is how this is done. This is how this is done. In our age, at times we live as if there is no more room for innovation. That all that is needed to be innovated has already been innovated. So there is no need for us to disturb ourselves. Whereas we are in the age of new innovations. You just need to sit down, use your brain, look for a problem, and find a solution. The galaxy, the universe, God is there for you to put that deposit in you, only if you ask. So, when the man of knowledge in the days of Bitcoin says it's impossible, nothing like that has been proven. When Bitcoin came and today it is now successful, that same man of knowledge now adds to his knowledge that Bitcoin has proven himself, then Bitcoin is now the standard. When Ethereum came, the same man of knowledge will say, no, it's not possible. It's only Bitcoin that is possible. Ethereum is not possible. Until Ethereum built itself and became successful, the man of knowledge now adds that to his knowledge and says, oh, Bitcoin is possible. Ethereum is possible. When another person brings something up again, you say, no, it's impossible. It is only Bitcoin and Ethereum that are possible. Whatever you are bringing is impossible. Why can't we exchange it now? They tend to forget that Bitcoin, it took more than 8 years for Bitcoin to even be relevant to anybody. In fact, it was abandoned by many until it started getting traction and moving. So, but the same man of knowledge expects that when you bring yours today, it should achieve what Bitcoin has achieved in 8 years or 9 years immediately. Then why can't we exchange it? Why is it not in social place? Why is it not in CoinMarketCap? Why is it not this and why is it not that? For your information, CoinMarketCap is a placement site, it's a listing site. Anybody can build a listing site. There are so many cryptocurrencies that have been listed on CoinMarketCap that today they have all failed. Many that I can count. But understand that the man of understanding is one that, like the founder of Bitcoin, the founder of Ethereum, those are people of understanding. We need new innovations. We need new Some people tell me, oh, you're talking about upgrade. Today is to upgrade in blockchain. And I laugh. Go and study Bitcoin. I mean, go and study even Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash is more like an upgrade of Bitcoin itself. Then Ethereum is planning Ethereum 2.0. They are moving from what they are using now to proof of stake fully. So I don't know where we get those ideologies. What I'm saying in essence is you need to have that mindset that is open to new innovations, that is open to learning new things. The world we are in today needs new innovations. The major reason why even things like iPhone 11 moves to from iPhone 5, 6, 7 moves is because they add small features, one additional feature to it that makes it unique from the former one. Those are innovations. If the man of knowledge is in the founder of iPhones, we won't be having iPhone 11, 12, 13, hoping for another version next year. Because the man of knowledge ends up becoming rigid. He only understands what has been proven. Yes, today now Bitcoin has been proven, Ethereum has been proven. But do you know how long it took them to be proven? We have achieved in 1 year what it took Bitcoin close to 8, 9, 10 years to achieve. We need applause for that. No matter how we go about it, no matter who comes into play or who says what, we know that we have proven ourselves to an extent. Now, global human asset tokenization on a cryptocurrency like Pinkoin, we call Pinkoin democracy of money. Money of the people, money backed by the people. That is the tokenization part. Money backed by the people and money for the people. Pinkoin is the world's first distributed reserve cryptocurrency. Even that statement should scare some of these people that open their mouth to make mockery or condemn. Have you ever heard of distributed reserve cryptocurrency? The best you can do is calm down and study it. How is it distributed? How is it a reserve cryptocurrency? Do you have any ideology of what reserve currencies are? We have normal currencies for exchange within a country. Naira, you go and buy goods. We also have reserve currency. And over the years, we've had so many reserve currencies that span between 90 to 100 years. Every 90 to 100 years, we've had several reserve currencies. And this is the period of cryptocurrencies. We need a new reserve currency built on blockchain. And that is what we've been able to do with Pinkoin. So, as a reserve currency, instead of with Pinkoin, every country will be having reserve a minimum of close to 700, 800 billion worth of Pinkoin. Every single country that embraces the ledger financial system. And with that, we can have a more unique, peaceful, united world. On the journey to global human asset tokenization, we have close to 7.8 billion human beings on earth that we are projecting or desiring to convert into becoming living nodes. With that, the whole global reserve, instead of us having a debt-based system, we'll be having a strategic global abundance system whereby with the population of the world currently 7.8 billion, the global reserve will be going into quadrillions, meaning that when each country is receiving their own or holding their reserve, acting as custodians of the reserve, you have a minimum of 700 billion for each country of the world. And that alone can help any nation come out of debt, can help any nation. You want any project in your country, you can fund it, whatever it is, within the ecosystem. And with this, as each country desires, we can develop or build what we call distributed reserve central bank digital currency for each of these nations in order to function on top of the reserve called Pinkoin. So, we are almost done with today's lecture, and I would also want us to ask questions. Yesterday we didn't really get much questions. Human asset tokenization or human asset tokenization is the art of representing every single human being on the Inks ledger blockchain as a living node in order for them to have meaning in a changing society that will be taken over by artificial intelligence. Now, becoming a living node, you are tokenized and you are represented. Just like your net worth is a minimum of $800,000. With that net worth, you get certain percentage from your net worth on monthly basis. Now, we said that is going to serve as universal basic income for you. That is the best way we can achieve universal basic income for every single human being, so that your universal basic income is not dependent on another person or dependent on the government, dependent on one organization. Human beings, people get tired. The strain of getting that cash alone, say, okay, we want to achieve universal basic income, everybody donate for the poor nations, they will get tired one day. So, but your own very existence is what would generate your universal basic income. In the age of AI, you will not need to be fending or fighting or competing with robots. Who can even compete with robots? When you see what robots does, go to the factories that are automated, you see the speed. Robot does not go holiday. Robot does not go on break. Robot does not fall sick. When it needs maintenance, it is done, and robot does not die. Even if it malfunctions, no form of accident that they will come and say, oh, we are suing this company because somebody died in your premises, or while he was working, there was an accident within the premises and he died. There is no company that will not prefer robots to handle their activity, because with automation there will be abundance. When you compare manpower on an agricultural plantation, compare it with that of robots, you find out that robots will deliver more. So that is what we even want. We want a world whereby AI will be our servants. They will do everything for us. Then we'll be relaxed and be enjoying our lives. The major thing that cannot be changed is the fact that robots would take over a lot of jobs. What we can actually change is us being redundant or being empty or being useless. I repeat myself, artificial intelligence taking over the job place is inevitable. We cannot change that. It's already happening. But what we can change is us, the human race, being useless. We can change that starting from today. Us, the human race, being intimidated by robots or competing with robots. Like I said it some times ago in some other lecture, I said, if you have a leader or political leader or whatever that is telling you that, oh, in his campaign that will create jobs, immediately they mention jobs, just know that that person has no vision for you, no plan, no future plan for you. That person is just deceiving himself, because without robots, unemployment rate is high. Now, when robots come in, is the person going to talk to Dangote not to use robots or use machines? There are so many other things, even in the refinery and everything that Dangote is building, that are automated. There are fewer things that human beings will be doing. So let's get prepared, tokenize yourself, become a living node today on the Inks Ledger blockchain, and make sure you secure your life, your future. It's not an easy journey. It's not easy to undo age-old systems. But the best we can do is give it our utmost best to see that we hand over a system. I said yesterday that our fathers are not doing us good. As of this day, in 2020, we are being handed a system that is corrupt. We are handed a system that is decaying. We are handed a system that is faulty. But we have two options: to take it and continue in that same journey, or we take it and modify or edit or correct it. And that is what we are doing here at Inksnation. We are doing our best to correct all these errors. We are doing our best. And we know that if every single human being, everyone on earth, works together with us, we can achieve a better world for ourselves.
Inksnation financial systems, building the age of human asset tokenization. Embrace that age today. Many financial systems have come and gone, many of which are anti-human. Even today, most nations still value inanimate assets over their human assets. Wouldn't you love a system that centers around human sustainability, that values humanity as the most important asset? Welcome to our world, where humans do not have to compete with artificial intelligence or inanimate things, but are treated as kings and queens, where machines and robots serve as universal housemaids and servants. In this new world, people are represented through a universal wallet address as living nodes on the Inksnation blockchain, and every living node is tokenized cryptographically at a minimum asset value of $800,000 worth of Pinkoin. In this regard, each individual is being paid 0.04% monthly as universal basic income for their tokenized reserve. In this new world, Pinkoin, the world's first distributed reserve cryptocurrency, becomes the new global reserve currency, which will help for instantaneous cross-border transactions between nations and banks that embrace it.
Now, we're coming to the close of today's lecture. making sure that we do not go too far like yesterday. Now, each person being tokenized on the Inks Ledger blockchain, when you hear about Inks Ledger blockchain, what should come to your mind is blockchain for human and non-human assets tokenization. Now, the primary assets here, what makes us unique is we have made human beings the primary assets on our blockchain. So you and everybody on earth, in fact, there is another stage we are entering that would involve net worth tokenization. Like that is more like for the wealthy. So what we are saying is the basic worth of every human being is $800,000. But for those that are higher than $800,000, $800,000 is almost 350 million naira. So for those that are worth more than that, they can also be tokenized on the Inks Ledger blockchain and still receive 0.04% from the tokenization. But presently, we are focusing more on the most populated set of people, which are our major targets. So you and I, everybody on earth needs to be tokenized. If 2021 be faithful, be a better year, then we can tokenize all of humanity, even in 2021. So watch out for the global human asset tokenization. We'll be tokenizing every single corner of the earth. That is why we are positioning Inksnation DAO in all regions. We are registering in Europe, in the Americans, to represent all of America, North and South America. We are also positioning it in Africa and Asia, one or two nations in Asia to all of Asia. So with that, by March, global human asset tokenization will begin, and it will span through to May, where we believe everybody will be able to exchange their universal basic income, their salaries for goods and services nationwide, Africa-wide, and worldwide. So, thank you for today's lecture. As brief as it is, if you follow through, you will understand what we really mean by global human asset tokenization. As at yesterday, we have touched a lot about this, and today we are also touching a lot. So each person, even a child born today, the lame, the blind, the sick, every single human being, so long as there is still breath, can be tokenized. When you get tokenized, you can cover up for your needs, your basic needs. Parents will not need to worry themselves about their children's school fees. You don't need to worry yourself about your children's upkeep. From the day a child is born and that child is tokenized on a global scale, that is when we've achieved global human asset tokenization, or a country like Nigeria has embraced it fully, there will not be any problem that has to do with money anymore. The basic needs of everybody will be covered. People will value human lives. That is one very important area. When you see somebody that is sick and you understand that the person's presence on the blockchain is $800,000, and immediately that person dies, it will remove $800,000 from the country's reserve. For example, we heard when you hear Boko Haram killed 40 people, When you times 40 by $800,000, you get the number, the amount that the country has lost. When this is very important, when a system is built like this, governments, people will value lives, will value human lives. We have a system that values inanimate things, that values house more than human being, that values cars more than human beings, that values gold, silver, diamond, even slippers. Say I bought my Nike slippers for $10,000, and because of that, you value it more than your fellow human being. We need a system that values people more than inanimate things. So hospitals will do their normal job when they know that the loss of a life is the loss of certain portion of the reserve. People's lives will be valued. So we need to come together, work together. It's not easy, but it's achievable. For us to be able to even achieve it, become this far in a country like Nigeria, then tokenizing the world is going to be a small task. Join us at Inksnation DAO today. Yes, you might not understand everything at once because we are many years ahead of ourselves. Yes, we are bringing, it's like drawing in an idea that is like 10, that is meant to come to manifestation 10 years from now, or an idea that someone would have brought up in 2030, but we have been able to bring it to life now so that we can prepare quick for what is to come. Because by 2030, the world you're seeing today is not the world you'll be seeing then. A lot of machines, a lot of robots, a lot of mechanization, automation, here and there. Do you want to be on the list of those, or do you want to enter into that world with poverty, with I need to find a job, with the mentality of these people are wicked, they are using robots, they cannot employ us, we go to school, we finish 4 years, they are not employing us, they are using robots. Do you want to live that kind of life of complaining? Or do you want a life where even that child that is born today, even that child, that Almariji in the north, even that poor person can have his daily bread? That they say, oh, the poorest person in the world is worth or has up to $400 daily and monthly as his income. That is the level we want to get to. That the poorest person in the world receives 120,000 naira monthly. That is the level we want to attain, and we can do it. All we need is collective mass agreement. Agreement to say, one, do you agree that you are what, or do you accept what Inksledger blockchain is offering? Inksledger blockchain says you might not know your worth. Yes, maybe you are sleeping on the streets. Maybe you don't even have what to eat today. Even some are planning to commit suicide. Inksledger blockchain is saying that we know your worth. On our blockchain, you are worth $800,000. Come in, let us tokenize you, and give you from that tokenization. We become like a holding firm or custodian of your tokenization, and we hold it for you and say every month we'll be giving you, after the period of you holding also or waiting, after every month we'll be giving you a minimum of $320 to $400 that is close to like 120K monthly. Do you accept that? If yes, then what are you waiting for? Some will say, na lie, na lie, na lie, because of the mentality of what you were born into. You do not understand. One, you don't understand the times. Two, you don't understand the possibilities that is attached to blockchain. We have so many people that only understand Bitcoin, but they don't understand blockchain. But they come in to judge and say, oh, why is your own not like Bitcoin? Why is it like this? Why is it like that? You don't compare such. They are on two different lanes, but built on the same blockchain. So, thank you for the lecture. Thank you for coming on board. How many people do we have today? Huh?
Is covering the color.
So we need your questions. Go ahead and ask your questions now.
Started 3-8.
First of all, how did you enjoy the lecture?
It was
And then use this one. That is your own always hand. Now someone asked, what is non-living notes in Inksnation financial technology? And when is it going to start dropping, if at all is going to be dropping? Well, first of all, like we said, living nodes are human beings. We made sure that human beings are the first and most important asset class that we are recognizing. And by the time we get to a meaningful level of tokenization, we can move into non-living nodes. Non-living nodes are every other kind of assets. That they are not living, they are inanimate assets. Houses, real estate, cars, whatever you want to tokenize, gold, and so on and so forth. You can tokenize your company, you can tokenize anything. So I believe I've answered that. Any other question?
Where is asking, can I open your restaurant?
Can't see this thing again. Hand.
This one.
Yes, you can register more people. Registration never stops. In the Inksnation, registration never ever stops. So registration is forever. Forever and ever till we get to mass adoption or global human asset tokenization. Any other questions? Someone is asking, how can things be built on blockchain? That is that's what we call tokenization. Tokenization is the art of representing anything of value on blockchain. You can do your research, check Google, check YouTube. You need to be learning a lot of things this period that has to do with blockchain, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, big data, and a host of others. So tokenization, you can represent something like even this on the blockchain. You can represent anything. I said it earlier on that anything that can be counted can be put on the blockchain. How would companies register and how will insurance company benefit? Try to understand first that this is more like human insurance. Becoming a living node is more like you becoming like insured for life. So it's more like human insurance, and with that you are getting your dividend or your benefit from being insured, not until there's any damage or anything, but for your upkeep. Registration is on. registration keeps going, and when mass adoption is completed, then it makes it easier for you to use your funds within yourselves or within members, with members. I'm not seeing any, some questions are not. Someone is asking for to tokenize. How can I tokenize my company? Please, you have to be patient. We are not in a hurry. Tokenization of companies or non-living nodes has not started. We need to achieve a milestone for the living nodes first before we enter into non-living nodes. 294. So thank you very much. I think we would have to call it a day. Can register people from any part of the world. So, good night, everybody. Remember to join us tomorrow.
And so it begins. Are you ready?
So join us tomorrow for another lecture. The turnout yesterday was more than today, and I hope we'll see more people coming. These are informations you need to get acquainted with. Expose yourself with the things that will help you in 2021. We need to tokenize human assets, human presence on our blockchain in order for us to have a better world. Thank you, and always remember.
Legalize Bitcoin power, legalize Bitcoin for better Inksnation better human tokenization, Nigeria government. If they not tell you, you don't know. You know. The right time to say no to poverty is now. Nigeria government. Legalize Bitcoin power, legalize Bitcoin for better Inksnation.